Hi, it's Jen from Shabby Fabrics with a quilt that caught my eye several months back. This is a Nancy Rink design called Heartland. And this pattern actually already existed. And a magical combination happened between Nancy Rink's design and two of Joe Morton's collection. One is called Spice Market and the other is called Toasted. And this was an amazing combination, richly colored, perfect for fall. It's a nice size quilt at 75.5 square. And you can see this is spectacular. I love the center, the large focal applique here, but everything else is patchwork. I've always really thought quilts that had a combination of an applique focal piece but then surrounded by patchwork, it's so classic and it's beautiful. And as you can see, these rich fall colors are just timeless. So of course the applique prefuse and laser cut as you've come to expect, so you're not having to trace and cut out all of that. That's perfectly cut for you, and that makes it so easy to be able to grab your light box, your layout diagram, which is included in your pattern, and be able to just assemble the center block here. And you can see there's a 4-piece thread set. That's one of your first options here on that quilt. A quilt like this, that you're going to spend a lot of time piecing together, deserves the perfect backing from the same collection, and that's right here. So when you make a reserve, and the reason I'm saying reserve is just that, we received just enough fabric to make the sample quilt, test out the pattern, be able to display that so you can see how beautiful it is. Well, what that means is we're waiting for the remainder of the fabric to arrive, where we begin cutting, folding, and packaging those kits. What that means for you today is all you have to do is give us a $10 deposit so that one of those limited kits, we put your name on it. We literally put that aside for you with your name, and that's the beautiful backing and of course the thread set. So I love reserves as a buyer when I have an opportunity to make a small deposit and know I don't have to pay for all that right now. I can budget for that. I don't have to go back and keep visiting a website hoping that I hit my timing right. It gives you the assurance you're going to get this beautiful quilt kit, the backing, and the thread set if you should so choose that. These are the notions that our team used to put together this amazing quilt. I will say, if you are a beginner quilter, this is not a beginner project, but I know what that's like to be a beginner and want to have the incentive to increase my skill set so I can make a quilt of this caliber. If you're a beginner and you love this quilt, go ahead and get this quilt, but put it aside. Use the pattern and some scrap fabric to practice. When you have the confidence, I can do this, I'm ready, that's when you pull out your kit and you begin to make it now with these beautiful fabrics. But these are the notions that we used to put that together. Again, we have our wafer light box, we have the diagrams, multiple pages you'll tape together that'll give you a beautiful picture of the center block. Your applique shapes will match that perfectly. And the Applifuse mat, the registration is perfect. You've probably seen me do that in some other videos where we talk about that process. So that's a very important combination right there. If you have any issues making half square triangles, or you want to make them more efficiently, Nancy's pattern has you making half square triangles in a traditional way, 2 at a time. We love the efficiency of star singles, and we have even included some additional instruction inside, kind of an updated pattern, talking about that, giving you the option. If you want to make 8 half square triangles that are just about perfect every time, be sure to pick up the 2-inch star singles. Again, not required, but that is absolutely how we made our quilt with, again, precision, speed, and time is of the essence. Of course, we have many quilts to make. The other thing that I know, if I was making this quilt, it's my seam guide. You want to bring that in to that perfect 1/4 inch so that all of this clicks together, all of this works perfectly. This is very important that that 1/4 inch is exactly where that needs to be. So the seam guide center is really for a scant 1/4. We used a full 1/4 on this, so I wouldn't use the seam guide center, but I would use the seam guides to just dialed in that 1/4 inch, and that's the tool I'd be using right there, that aid, that notion. And of course the regular things, right? We have a fresh blade and the rotary cutter, patchwork pins. These are actually the super non-stick size 80 needles, and that's again because this applique is backed with heat and bond light. You have a fusible webbing component, and the super non-stick helps reduce that gumming up of the needle that can happen whenever you're involving a fusible applique product. But I say it every time, you know what I'm going to say if you've been watching our videos. The most important thing, because we can get notions anytime, but these fabrics are always so limited, too limited to me. Sometimes I see the fabric for the first time in real life and I get excited to do more projects. I can't get it anymore. That is true of so many collections. So if this quilt is for you, head to the website right now to make that $10 deposit. Don't forget the beautiful backing for a $5 deposit. Grab your thread set and any notions you might need.